I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the result. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena on. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, outcasted like hey ya.
Ooh, hey. What's going on with the camera? Hello, camera. What kind of camera malfunction? What's going on? Salute everybody. Welcome to Lawrence Tears, the Knicks at Night podcast, the premier Knicks at the Nighttime show. Clearly, I'm having a camera issue. Let me work on something real quick with this camera. Hold on. Let me see. There it is. Yo, I don't know. I don't know what happened, but whatever it is, there it is. Right there it is. Salute everybody. Salute, salute. Welcome to the premier Knicks in the Nighttime joint, the Knicks in the Night podcast. I'm your main man, the number one chief rocker Knicks universe. Uncle Freezy is in the building. Let's get ready to talk about these Knicks. Let me see who's in the chat tonight. Endgame is in the building. Yo, salute. Tori B in the building. Salute. Who else is in here? Miguel P in the building. Salute. I see y'all. Rich Boy in the building. All right. All right. Daniel Barry Sports Highlights is in the building. Salute. Greg Hamilton is in the building. Salute. Derek Franks in the building. Salute, salute, salute. Jerry Trap House was good. Salute. Miguel P, thank you for the generous contribution. Miguel P says, new camera fund contribution. Appreciate that. Salute. Tori B, salute. Yeah, man. Let's talk about these Knicks, yo. Let's talk about these Knicks. It's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff going on, man, out here. It's a lot of trades and stuff. Boston improved themselves. Chicago did something. I don't know if they improved themselves or not. Detroit, who knows? I don't know. Clearly, they have a plan. Clearly, they have a plan. Salute. Clearly. Jerry Trap House says, Nextel phone camera. Yeah, hell, it ain't Nextel, bro. Whatever. It's what was before Nextel? What was before Nextel? Sprint. It's a Sprint phone. It's a Sprint phone, my guy. It's a Sprint phone. You got to keep up. So teams have been trying to improve themselves with small moves, getting closer to the trade deadline. The trade deadline is tomorrow, right? Trade deadline is tomorrow. Cleveland makes a move. I don't know if that improves them or if that is just a move to a move. I mean, I don't know. It don't sound like a major move on the surface, right? I'm really interested to see what the Knicks are gonna do. I'm really interested in that. See what our Knicks are gonna do. Chat, before I get into what I want to talk about, man, I want to figure out, or I want to hear what it is that you want to talk about. Right? The Knicks have won a bunch of games in a row. I wasn't really impressed with this Washington win. That Washington team is bad. And I know there is room for us to break down this Wizards game. It's the Wizards, man. It's the Wizards. Right? It's the Washington Wizards. Right? Y'all tell me what it is that y'all want to chop it up about first. Right? And then I'll go second. Right? Tell me what it is that y'all want to talk about first. Endgame asks, like, what didn't I like? I didn't feel like the Wizards are a competitive team. That's just what it is. The son of the legend, Kerry Cox, is in the building. Salute. I just didn't feel like the Wizards were a competitive team. Right? You can tell they've already basically packed it in for the season. They don't have they didn't commit to winning activity. You can tell they have that loser syndrome. And I watched both broadcasts. I started the Knicks broadcast, and then I watched the Wizards broadcast, and Drew Gooden and the other guy just didn't give me competitive broadcast vibes. Like they know this team. Yeah. So I saw some flashes from Mo Diawara offensively, and I saw some bad stuff from Mo Diawara defensively, and that's about what you expect with a young player playing against a tanking team. Randall, what's good? Yeah, man, what's good, bro? I thought I was gonna see a lot more of the young players. I'm not for sure what the Knicks are doing with Hakim Dadier at this point. Clearly, there's something going on with the Knicks and Dadier, and we don't know what it is. Alexander, what's good, man? Alexander says going to the Garden in April to catch a game from Australia. What's the best way to get tickets? Hey, man, y'all, somebody hook Alex up with that. Somebody hook Alex up with that. Generally, I call the Garden directly. Generally, I call the Garden sales department. Now, what's going to happen after you give them your contact information? They're aggressive, bro. So they're going to be after you, like. But that's generally what I do. Yep. Endgame, appreciate that, because on the road I use StubHub. I have the StubHub app on my phone, and that's what I use to go to games on the road. Any thoughts about the Knicks landscape and any thoughts about the Knicks landscape and trade deadline conversation? Maybe what you saw tonight. Y'all tell me what it is that y'all want to talk about, because I got a bag I want to get into, but I want to hear from y'all first. Yep, Endgame. They've been trying to get me to get one for a minute. I just can't. My credit is just not in that kind of shape where I can afford another card. I can afford to get another card, but I can't afford to get another card. Like I can get another card, I can't afford another card. That's how I go see games on the road, man. I just put them games on the card and then just pay for them over time. Ooh, here's one. Here's something. Chat, what do y'all think about that? Yeah. The Deuce thing, man, I don't know. I'll listen though. Y'all tell me what y'all think. I'll listen. Yeah, I'll listen to the conversation for that for sure. Because I'm not sure. I don't think so. But what I will say though is what I will say is if they're shopping Deuce, they're gonna after Giannis also. Because I think Deuce is a core piece. I think Deuce is a core piece. So if they're shopping core pieces, Giannis will be here Thursday night. If they're do y'all think Deuce is being shopped? Ah, I don't know. The Deuce thing is crazy. Hey, King G, what's good, man? Salute. Salute. What's our thoughts on the East now that there have been some moves? I think the moves were interesting. I think the moves were interesting. I don't see one that pushes a team over the top. Like, I don't think Vucevic to Boston is going to put, I think that secures Boston in third. Like I thought Boston was a shaky third seed, but now that they have Vucevic, I think they're a steady third seed. The Cleveland Cavaliers, I honestly believe that group of guys that they have already look like the Clippers. So bringing in James Harden, and what I mean by that, what I mean by Cleveland look like the Clippers, the Cleveland Cavaliers, the past 2 years look like an island of misfit toys, like a whole bunch of pieces that you don't know fit. But when they fit, they get hot. But when they don't fit, they just look bad. DJ Cash in the building. Right. I think Cleveland Somebody over there is going to get fired. That's what I think. I think somebody over there is going to get fired because they're bringing in a guy that brings drama to the locker room. Yeah, nah, King G, listen, I think the East got more solid, is what I'm saying. I think the East got more solid. Right? I think the East for sure got more solid. So I'm not going to say that, say, the Toronto Raptors are going to leapfrog everybody in the first place. I'm not saying that, right? And I'm not going to say because Boston has Vucevic, now the Knicks have to trade for Giannis. Bruh, it's Vucevic. You feel me? It's Vucevic. It's not like they traded for Sabonis. It's Vucevic. Right? No, I'm not saying Vucevic is a bad player. What I'm saying is he that much of a difference maker where Boston is going to leapfrog the Knicks permanently? No. No. And the reason why I think that is because I think the Knicks, for better or for worse, feel like they have a switch that they can flip at any time. Now, what I would say is this: if Detroit makes a significant move, we might be in trouble. I think the most underrated player that's been traded is my guy Dennis Schroeder. I think Dennis Schroeder went to the Cavs, right? The Cavs have Dennis Schroeder, Spider, and James Harden in a backcourt together, right? I think that might be something spicy. I think that might be something spicy if they can get it to work, right? But here are the two things. Kenny Atkinson likes to call plays, and James Harden likes to freelance. Now, what do you do? Kenny Atkinson likes to have his hands all over the offensive game plan, and then you bring in James Harden. James Harden is the Bobby Brown of New Edition. Right? You do your song, all the choreography is perfect, and Bobby Brown wants to sing Mr. Telephone Man for 35 more minutes. New Edition is super meticulous, super choreographed, super structured, every move in step, every harmony in step, and Bobby Brown is everybody talking all this stuff about, you know what I'm saying? That's what I think James Harden is to Cleveland. Now, if it works, I think it's going to be a problem, right? But not maybe for a team like the Knicks, but maybe for a team like Detroit. Miguel P., I see it. Long Island Sound says, why Sadiq ain't here yet? Because the Knicks don't need him. What are the Knicks going to do with Sadiq Bey? What are the Knicks going to do? Who are you going to sit, Josh? You already have three wings that play 35 minutes. Who are you going to do? Sit? You gonna shave OG and Bridges minutes for Sadiq Bey? And then when Sadiq Bey come over here with that defense that he attempt to play, right? Sadiq played defense like his feet hurt. Right? Sadiq Bey played defense like his feet hurt. What is the yeah, Sadiq Bey is gonna go from being like a high rotation player to the fourth wing. And then we're gonna ask him to play, if he's in that Yabusele role, he's gonna be asked to play some backup five. That's what Yabusele does, for better or worse. Gershon Yabusele is the small ball five behind Mitch and Cat. And we're not bringing Sadiq Bey here for that. Sadiq Bey ain't doing that. And then the first time we see Sadiq Bey come here and play that RJ Barrett defense, we're going to be mad at Mike Brown. I'm not, man. Hey, if the Knicks are compelled to make a move, I would say just not that one. Right? Like if the Knicks are going to make just not that one, bro. Just not that one. If there's another one out there, if the Knicks feel compelled to get like a jumbo wing, then just not that one, bro. It's plenty of guys out there to fill the role that I think y'all are looking for. Sadiq Bey is the easiest name to plug and play, right? But nah, for one, you got to match his salary, right? And so the only player that you could probably move is either Josh for Sadiq Bey and somebody, or Mitch and somebody for Sadiq Bey. I think his salary is in that $15 million range. I'll check it though. Let me check real quick. Oh, no, it's not that bad. Sadiq Bey, for 2025, he is set to earn a salary of $6 million. That matches Yabusele. That kind of matches Yabusele. You know, it would be manageable. But if we're talking about the player, so I'm wrong about the salary. So I'm wrong about Josh for Sadiq Bey and something, and I'm wrong about Sadiq Bey for Mitch and something. So he'll make 6.118644 according to Google. And Google retrieved it from spottrack.com. Yeah, Rich Boy, I see it. Yeah. My bad. I don't think he is the fit. But what I will tell you though, and this is just for my guy, for Rich Boy, it's for my guy Rich Boy, right? I mean, not for Rich Boy, but this is for my guy LI1. I would see if I could find a late lottery guy that's not playing. Like a Jeremy Sohan or a Eves Misi type player, and try to trade Yabusele for that player and maybe something, a sweetener. Yabusele and a sweetener for that type of player. But I wouldn't do the Sadiq Bey move though, because Sadiq Bey is putting up numbers because he has a role and he's playing significant minutes. But if you bring him here and his role decreases to 10 minutes a game and he only gets you 6 points and 2 rebounds, we're going to be mad as hell. Right? We're going to be mad as hell. The first thing we're going to say is Man, we traded something for Sadiq Bey and he putting up Mo Diawara numbers. Why not just play Mo Diawara? And I know he got injured tonight, but that's the line of thinking is what I'm saying. Yeah, hey, King G, yeah, we were on Twitch for a minute. And then I got locked out of my account, man. I got locked out of my account on Twitch. So we used to stream to Twitch every show. So we probably have like 3 years of episodes on Twitch. But I got locked out of it, and then I was just like 2 tears in a bucket. But we are on Patreon now, though. And so we have some interviews on Patreon. Yeah. And LI1, to your point, to the point that you're making, because I understand fully what you're saying, like, because it makes sense. That, you know, the contributor part, right? The contributor part. But I think anybody that we're going to get for Yabusele is going to be less of a contributor when they get here and realize that role that Mike Brown is not using Yabusele or Kev McCullough is a limited role. And if you go out and get a guy and Mike Brown put him in that limited role, we're gonna be mad as fuck. We're gonna be mad as hell. Because even tonight, right? The Knicks were blowing out the Wizards by. The Knicks had their throat on the Wizards. The Knicks legit had their foot on the Wizards' throat from the giddy up, right? Mike Brown still only played. Oh, you know what? He did play Tyler Kolek more than I thought. Yeah, so he played 8 people, or 8.5. Or no, I'm sorry, 9.5. He played 9.5 people tonight, basically. Those Dylan Jones, Trey Jemison minutes, they count, but they don't count. They count, but they don't count. And if we keeping it a stack, I think we've seen the last time Gershon Yabusele is going to suit up in a Knicks uniform. I don't think you're going to see. I don't think you're ever going to see Gershon Yabusele play another minute for the Knicks. I think that's it. Right. And I hate to say it because I like the kid, but it may be the same thing for Pakem Dadier also. It may be the same thing for Pakem Dadier too. Like this legit maybe, like we legit may never see them in a Knicks uniform ever again. Right? All right. So, okay, let me do one more. I'm going to read one more. Yeah, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. I see what you mean. That makes sense. That makes sense. And then plus also, not just Josh and Deuce, but just minutes management through the rest of the season. So I see your point. But the point I don't think you and I are on the same page with is not junk minutes. I'm talking about using Sadiq Bey in high leverage situations. That's what I'm saying. if we trade for Sadiq Bey, would he be important? Like I don't know. I don't know if Sadiq Bey would be important, if that makes sense to the chat. Like I don't know if Josh is gonna give up some of his role and responsibility to Sadiq Bey to make him feel welcome. I know Bridges is not. I don't think OG will. JP was good. JP says Pacom Dottie had 42 in Westchester. Hey man, salute. Y'all already know how I feel about Pacom Dottie. Y'all know I view that man as Lil Freezy. Y'all already know how I feel about Pacom Dottie. I think Pacom Dottie is the future of New York Knicks basketball. We just got to be patient with him. I'm thinking about 5 years, Pacom Dottie is entrenched in the starting lineup. Right? I think probably next year when he turned 21 or so, I think that man is going to be a special Knick, but you got to wait on it though. All right, so I want to point out a thing. Right? So I want to point out a thing. And so I'll probably get into a bag a little bit, but I want to point out this thing I'm going to call the mix. Right? I'm gonna point out a thing that I want to call the mix, right? And I should probably share it. I'm gonna share it on the screen, right? I'm gonna put it on the screen so that we can all see it, right? So basically, what we're looking at is the standings in the Eastern Conference, right? Basically, what we're looking at is the standings in the Eastern Conference, right? Y'all see them 1 through 15. The reason why I think this is important for everybody to see and to notice, the reason why I want everybody to see this and pay attention to it is by this time of year, the standings are what the standings are mostly going to be, right? Basically, the standings are what the standings are going to be around this time of year, right? The Knicks are the 2 seed. The Knicks may finish as the 2 seed. Detroit is the 1 seed. They may finish as the 1 seed. Boston's the 3 seed. They may finish as a 3 seed, et cetera, and et cetera, right? What I want you to look at though is the teams that we thought were going to be dangerous versus the teams that are actually dangerous. Going into the season, right? Going into the season, we thought teams like the Orlando Magic were going to be more dangerous. Yo, D'Angelo is in the building. Salute. Salute. I got D'Angelo. What's good, man? So this thing, the mix that I want to share with y'all is this. When you look at the standings, basically, the teams we thought were gonna be, some of the teams we thought were gonna be dangerous, just wound up being more of the same. And some of the teams that we thought were dangerous last year, because of how they performed last year, are one-hit wonders. They're one-hit wonders. The Cleveland Cavaliers, they don't really scare anyone. Philadelphia doesn't really scare anyone. The Miami Heat can't get out of their own way. The Atlanta Hawks seem to play better without Trae Young. The Chicago Bulls are the Chicago Bulls that we all know. The Milwaukee Bucks are not who we thought they were, right? That's basically where we are. Someone in the chat, I think it was Kerry Cox, that said back during the summer that Toronto was going to be dangerous. And that thought kind of stood out to me. I didn't write it down, but I did remember it. I think it may have been Kerry Cox that said, watch out for the Toronto Raptors, I think. If not, we'll give them credit anyway. But the reason why this is important is every team on this list is going to look to do something to improve, right? They're going to do something to try to improve, right? Boston's made their move. Cleveland's made their move. Detroit's made their move. What are the Knicks going to do? What are the Raptors going to do? Right? What are the Sixers going to do? I think so I'm not trying to break the internet, right? I'm not trying to break the internet, right? Right? I'm not trying to break the internet, right? That's not what I want to do, right? But there's a player on this roster that I think is going to be a Knick at the trade deadline. And y'all already know who I'm going to say. And spoiler alert, it's a guy that y'all been wanting forever. The rumor is that a certain Philadelphia Sixer who was a beloved darling is, to quote Toy Story, he is now Woody because the Sixers drafted a new toy in VJ Edgecombe, right? Philadelphia brought in a Buzz Lightyear, and now Woody is not the object of their desire anymore. And I'm not trying to break news, right? That's not what I do. I'm a fan. I'm with y'all. We just talk Knicks basketball. But don't be surprised if Kelly Oubre is a Knick sometime Thursday afternoon. Right? Don't be surprised if the Knicks trade for Kelly Oubre. Right? Don't be surprised. Right? Now, while on the surface, it seems like a very, very, very under the radar type move. Right? Seems like an under the radar type move. Right? But Oubre has been wanting to be a Knick for a long time. And all Kelly Oubre does Kelly Oubre wants. And he said it in an interview in New York City the year we signed Evan Fournier. The year we signed, the year we signed Evan Fournier, Kelly Oubre said to New York media, "I just want to go to a place where a fan base can appreciate a dog that's going to give it his all and play hard." Right? Yeah, I remember Kelly Oubre when he was a free agent, when he was leaving Charlotte, he was in New York City doing that interview. Right? Yeah, hey, Miguel P. Hey, man, the Knicks didn't want to sign him. Remember, they gave his money to Nerlens Noel. Right? Remember, the Knicks re-signed Nerlens Noel to a 3-year, $30 million deal instead of signing Kelly Oubre. We were right here. We were waiting on them to sign Kelly Oubre. And they did the sign and trade for Evan Fournier. Remember, the Knicks traded 2 second-round picks to Boston and signed Evan Fournier in a sign and trade. Right? If you remember, the reason why we didn't bring back Reggie Bullock. Remember, Reggie Bullock was a free agent that summer also. We thought we were going to bring back Reggie Bullock and bring in Kelly Oubre. And we wound up re-signing Nerlens Noel for 3 years, $30 million, and doing the sign and trade for Evan Fournier for 4 years, $72 million. And I think the fourth year was a team option. I think the fourth year was a team option. That's just what. Listen, man. Y'all know I kick it with Sixers. Y'all know I kick it with Sixers content creators. Y'all know I kick it with content creators from around whatever, right? The Kelly Oubre thing may be more real than what we think. Am I a fan of it? I'm not. I don't know if I'm a fan of any. In my heart, I would rather see that role go to Mo Diawara and Pacom Dadier. That'd be my preference. That'd be my preference. My preference is if it's only going to be 10 minutes, give it to them. Give it to them young fellas. That's my stance on it, right? Because I can't see Bridges, Josh, OG, or Shamit giving away minutes to someone added to the roster. I just can't see it. And if I can see, y'all bear with me on it. I'm gonna take this off the screen. I'm gonna take this off the screen, and y'all tell me what y'all think. Do y'all see a player that's gonna make somewhere between $6 and $8 million coming to the Knicks and moving Shamit to the bench and taking Yabusele's role? Say altogether they play 20-something minutes, right? Do you see Mike Brown consolidating Yabusele and Shamit, trading Yabusele away and putting Shamit on the bench for a new player? Yeah, let me know. Let's use Sadiq Bey for the example. Do you see the Knicks benching Landry Shamet so that Sadiq Bey can play 21, 22 minutes. Because he'll be combined. He'll take the Yabusele minutes and the Shamet minutes. Is that a thing? Right now in New Orleans, Sadiq Bey is playing 30 minutes a game. Right now, Sadiq Bey is shooting 34% from three and about 84% from the free throw line. So his numbers are solid. Hey man, it's a question. I don't have the answer to it. I don't have the answer, y'all. I'm just asking the question. It's interesting, man. And let's add Clarkson to that too. Let's add Clarkson to that mix also. Because if we're saying, hey, listen, now if y'all telling, now here's the thing, here's where you may be able to reel me in. We'll give it some intense thought. Like we can give it some intense thought, right? Would you replace Jordan Clarkson with Sadiq Bey? Chat, would y'all replace Jordan Clarkson with Sadiq Bey? Wow. All right. See, okay. So I think that may makes I think I could see it. I don't know if doing something that definitive will have time to click before the playoffs. Because Sadiq Bey and Jordan Clarkson's defense they're about the same, except Sadiq Bey is bigger. When teams dial up exotic and gimmicky defenses to trap Brunson in the playoffs, who do you trust more, Sadiq Bey or Jordan Clarkson? King G, a roster can. King G, you can't carry 22 people, bro. King G, hey, King G, you can't carry like 22 people on the roster, bro. Hey, it got. I feel you, though. I feel you. Right. Yeah. Why would they? You'd have to. I think the only way they would make that move. Hey, Kerry Cox, the only way I think they would make the Sadiq Bey move is if you give them Tyler Kolek, Pakam Dadier, and Mo Diawara. I don't think they'll do it for Yabusele. If they would listen, if the Knicks have had Yabusele on the trade block since Thanksgiving, right? Seems like, right? And if they can't move him, they couldn't move him the whole month of January. Don't nobody want him. Nobody want him. And for the Knicks fans that want Sadiq Bey, you got to give the Pelicans something sweet enough to make the move. Why would the Pelicans just not going to give away a guy? The Pelicans not just going to give away a guy. Right? They're just not going to, give the Knicks just whatever they want because of what it is. That trade to get vetoed. I'll tell you what I would do, though. I'll tell you what I would do. Hey, see, even this, but hey, Kerry Cox, even this won't work because if you give them 2 second-round picks and bring him in, if you cut somebody, you still responsible for the money. If you cut a person, you still responsible for their salary. That's the reason why a trade, getting somebody to take his contract, is important. I tell you what I would look at. I'll tell you what I would look at, man. I really like that Herb Jones kid. Herb Jones makes just about $14 million. Right? Now, immediately, I already know what people are going to say, like, oh, man, Uncle Freezy, the such and such, man, the cap is blah, blah, blah. No, relax. The calculator guys have us thinking that NBA teams can't make moves because of the collective bargaining agreement. They say it all the time. Oh, they can't do that because I need the trade machine and I need the such as blah, 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 or whatever. What I'll tell you, and y'all know this in real life, when two people want to get it on, you can't stop them. Right? Yeah, everybody here old enough to know what I'm saying. Like, when two people want to get it on, ain't nothing you can do to stop them from getting it on. Right? That's just what it is. It's been like that forever. That's nothing new. It's nothing new, right? But what it seems like to me is that whatever the Knicks do, it's going to involve a third or fourth team, right? It's going to involve a third or fourth team, or the Knicks are going to be the third or fourth team. Supplying something. When teams do, and here's the thing, yeah, would y'all mind it? So I'm gonna get in the bag. I know y'all want to talk about the trade scenarios and all that stuff. I just want, I want to get in my bag about something, right? I wanted to get in my bag about something. I'm just gonna do it right here so that I won't forget. Because since we're at the hour mark, right? Yo, chat. In these moments is the time for a slick talking team president to rob the bank. Right? This is the perfect time to rob the bank. Right? This is the busiest time, the second busiest time of the transaction year. Right? You know, of course, the draft, July 1st, is the busiest time. And then the second busiest time is the trade deadline for the most part. I'm going to tell y'all this. The national media has y'all looking at the hidden ball trick, right? They have you looking at this and other teams are over here. I'll give you an example. Years ago, before the Knicks had Brunson, the rumor was the Knicks were calling Sacramento every week about De'Aaron Fox. Yo, 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 De'Aaron Fox. Breaking news into the such and such news desk. The Indiana Pacers trade for Tyrese Halliburton. And we like, yo, what the fuck? Yo, we called them every week about De'Aaron Fox. We didn't even know Halliburton was available. And to this day, if I ask anybody in the chat what Sacramento got in exchange for Tyrese Halliburton, I bet you half of y'all can't even remember. Can anybody in the chat remember what Indiana gave up to get Tyrese Halliburton? Anybody, somebody in the chat, just tell, do y'all remember? Do y'all remember what the Indiana Pacers gave up to get Tyrese Halliburton? Will Salkin in the building, salute. This time last year, Knicks fans were thinking a trade was coming. Remember, the rumor was, man, now that you have Cat and Bridges, you know, Leon just need to do one more big trade. Remember that? Y'all remember last year's one more big trade? Man, we just got Cat, man. I can't believe Leon pulled off Cat and Bridges, and this is how we felt back then, not how we feel now. I'm talking about how we felt in that moment. In that moment, we were like, yo, I can't believe Leon traded for Bridges and re-signed OG and traded for Cat all in the same summer. And he didn't give up Brunson or Josh. He didn't give up Deuce. Remember that feeling? And Knicks fans were like, yo, we're one trade away. I wonder what trade Leon's going to do. Breaking news, Luka Doncic is traded to the Lakers. Yeah, remember that feeling of, and I'm talking about last year, not how you feel now. All I'm saying is, if you harken back to those sensibilities in that moment, how you felt. Yo, we traded for OG in January. We traded for Bridges in June. We traded for Cat in August. Yeah, remember that feeling of we thought Leon was cooking and Leon had one big trade left? Remember that? And while we were thinking like, yo, who we going to get, man? Who are we gonna get? Who are we gonna breaking news? The Lakers trade for Luka Doncic. And we're sitting here like, we didn't even know Luka was available. The reason why I say that is this. The reason why I say that is this. In these moments with all these things going on in the landscape, the Giannis to the whatever, and LeBron is saying, I don't want to be traded, and there are all these things going on. Now is the time to put that hand in the cookie jar. Now is the time. Now is the time. And this is the bag I wanted to get to. I've been trying to get to this point all night. I just wanted to hear what y'all had to say first, because I know y'all watched a lot of shows. And I know y'all checking y'all phones like every 10 minutes. Every time your phone light up, I know y'all checking, right? And so I just wanted to hear what you guys had to say, but I also wanted to tell y'all this. Now is the time. When heads are turned, now's the time for you to put the hand in the cookie jar. And I'm asking y'all who y'all want. Not Giannis, because everybody's looking at Giannis. I'm asking y'all, who do y'all want? Who you want? Because I think the Knicks can have whoever it is that they want, because front offices, for the most part, are lining up to get Giannis. The entire basketball world is looking at Giannis. Who do y'all want to poach from another team while no one's looking? Knicks fans, who do y'all want? You want Kawhi? Who you want? Nobody's looking. And teams do it all the time. Teams do it all the time. While you're looking at Giannis, the Washington Wizards traded for Trae Young. Right? While the whole world is looking at the Giannis trade, the Cleveland Cavaliers acquired James Harden. Who do y'all want? Who's affordable? Who's affordable, but who's affordable and at the same time is a dream of yours? Is it Zion? Is it Ja? Who is it? Is it Anthony Davis? I'll throw a cherry out there for y'all. Is it that kid from Chicago with the afro? What's the kid from Chicago with the afro? The one that always knocks down 8 threes a game against the Knicks. What's the kid? What's the big point guard? The one with the afro, the fast one. What's that fat? I'm gonna look his name. I'm gonna see if I can find him. What's the kid from Chicago with the afro, the one that's real fast and shoot threes? Kobe. Is it Kobe White? Is it Kobe White? Kobe White makes $13 million a year. What if the Knicks pulled off a trade to get Kobe White at $13 million? How would y'all feel about a backcourt of Kobe White and Jalen Brunson? Mikal Bridges goes back to the wing. OG on the wing. And now you have a backcourt tandem of Kobe White, Deuce, Jalen Brunson, Kolek. Not in game. Remember the money thing is what calculated guys program us to. They want us to think that the money does prevent you from getting a bunch of guys, but it's not going to stop you from doing a deal. If the Knicks want Kobe White, the Knicks will get Kobe White. That's for certain. Because if you think about it, the money should have stopped us from getting Cat. But you know who's the starting center for the Knicks? Cat. Because Cat made way more money than Julius Randle. Right? Way more money. Right? Because Dante made about 11 and Randle made about 30, which was 41. Cat made about 52. And so there was a difference of like $11 million. But you know what? Both sides were motivated to do a deal. And chat, listen, whoever y'all want to get, whoever y'all want to get, I don't care. Whoever y'all want to get, man, I don't care. What I'm saying is while mom's cooking dinner, it's time to get cookies out the cookie jar. Is what I'm saying. Right? While mom's cooking dinner, I'm sneaking cookies out the cookie jar. And I'm looking at the Bulls now. The Bulls have Conley, DeSumo, Giddey, Ivy, Trey Jones, Anthony Simons, and Kobe White. And Kobe White, and chat, here's the thing. Kobe White is 25 years old. And listen, I wish there was a world where I can be in studio and have all the fancy graphics and stuff and like eat dinner with Leon Rose and have all the connections, but I don't. This is Barnes Tears, right? We don't have a bunch of resources, but I tell you what we do have and what we will use is brain power. We're going to use brain power. Like, I wish that the channel looked fancy like some of those other channels and all that stuff. But for the most part, we got to use our resources, baby. We got to use brain. We got to use what's upstairs. And so if you hear watching Lawrence Tears and you like, man, this thing just looked plain and whatever. Hey, man, we're going to give you everything we got. We're going to go upstairs all the time. So if you're new here, consider subscribing, contributing in the chat. There's been a bunch of y'all coming in. 2025, 2026 has been a great year for growth for us. And so what I would say, everybody, is whether it's Kobe White or whoever it is that you want, right? Whoever it is, consider this. while everybody's looking at Giannis and James Harden and all these guys, can we, while mom's cooking dinner, can we sneak a slice of the apple pie? Is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If Leon Rose is truly in that mode of making a move, I think now's the time for him to pull off the move. Right. With everyone looking at Giannis, can you go get Najee Marshall? While everybody is legit looking at or waiting for the shoe to drop about Giannis, can you go get you a guy like? Can you go get you a guy? Who do y'all want? Who fits? Who fits best? What the Knicks are looking to do? Who fits best? Right? Who fits best what the Knicks are looking to do? I'm looking at a bunch of teams here. There are so many options out here, y'all. There are so many options out here. There are so many options out here for the Knicks to go after. I mean, I'm just scrolling through whatever, and there are so many names from there are so many different faces from so many different teams that all you really have to do is, just put that hand in the cookie jar. Just go get it. Just go get it. There are a few people out here that I would really, really like the Knicks to go after. Right? Wiz is in the building. Hey, Wiz, I'm gonna just say this, right? And I know like the thing with pickpocketing somebody with their head turned is not a good term to say, right? But while other teams are out here trying to get Giannis, man, I would love to sneak up and get Bobby Portis. I would love to sneak and get Bobby Portis on that super cheap contract. Bobby Portis is at $13.5 million. Could Bobby Portis be your weak side rim protector? Corner 3 shooter? Small ball 5? Championship pedigree? Veteran guy? Toughness? Rebounder? A guy you could play next to Mitch? A guy you could play next to Cat? Does he fit the equation? Or is a Bobby Portis trade not sexy enough? Is a Bobby Portis trade at the deadline not sexy enough? Is a Bobby Portis trade like getting a 3-piece suit for Christmas. The likelihood of the Knicks having enough to get Giannis, or risking too much to get Giannis and win a championship, is one of those things about your appetite for risk. How much of an appetite does Leon Rose have for risk? Right? How much of an appetite does Leon Rose have for risk at this point? At this point, the team is playing well. It looks like Mike Brown has found something, but it's February. It's not April. It's February. It's not April, right? You win 6 or 7 in a row, and in February, things feel good. But remember, just 3 weeks ago, the Knicks were losing a lot of games they shouldn't have in January, and it was doom and gloom. These things happen during the course of a season. What I mean is this: just like you feel good now because of, the Knicks have won such and such amount in a row, right? But last month you felt terrible because the Knicks lost such and such amount in a row, right? But neither impacts April. The move you make, if you make it, if you have the appetite to make said move for whoever it is, Kobe White, Bobby Portis, whoever it is, the appetite, does Leon Rose have the appetite to make that move? Because if not, what are we talking about? Could you see Leon Rose bringing in Bobby Portis, Kelly Oubre, Kobe White, bringing in veterans to solidify a group that we think has championship potential? Or do you have to blow it up and go get Giannis? And hey, so Kerry Cox, I don't understand the Jeremy Grant part, but I wouldn't mind exploring the Time Lord part, though. Time Lord makes about $20 million less. Leon Rose, if you watching, we know what you can do. Right? Like, we know what you can do. Like, we don't have doubt. And I think Leon Rose has proven himself already. Leon Rose has proven himself already. He don't have to prove anything to us. Right? Our thing now is where are we? Are we in the finishing stages? Like, is the haircut finish and the barber like brushing the hair off you or whatever and about to spray you with some of that stuff that burn your skin off your face? Is that where we are? Hey, y'all, and listen, y'all, I've been watching content all day too. Like, I think people have been on all day, and they talked about wild scenarios on and on to the break of dawn, like the Giannis thing, the whoever, the this, the that, the who, you know, all these guys, right? What I'm saying is Leon Rose. The dudes that win NASCAR races don't always have the best car. The dudes that win NASCAR races are the dude that survived the race. Can you survive the race? If you survive the race, you got to be in it to win it. As long as you're not in a 13-car pileup, or you blow your motor, or you get a flat tire, or something crazy, you hit the wall or whatever, as long as you stay in the pack, you got a chance. Yeah. 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 So I've been asking the chat now for a minute, like, who's the guy that y'all want to see Leon Rose go after? And right now, in this moment, I'm thinking Kelly Oubre, Kobe White, Bobby Portis. If he's got to make a move. If he's got to make a move, those three. But that's why I like rocking with y'all, because the thing is not the hype train. We're not just gonna sit here and talk for an hour and a half about the same thing over and over and over again. Like over and over and over again, over and over and over again. Like talking about toast. No, that side is brown. No, that side is crunchy. If you put butter on it, hey, it's still toast, dog. It's still toast. It don't matter. That side is brown. That side is crunchy. If you put butter on it, this, bro, it's still toast. At the end of the day. At the end of the day, it's still toast. Right? We want to have the intellectual deep diving into topics that have substance, make sense. Want to make y'all think, challenge y'all to make me think. Get here and rock. Recognizes in the building. Salute. Was good. Yep. Nick Richards, do it. Nick Richards for Yabusele and something. That's too easy. That's too easy. I saw Nick Richards play. Damn. Was it 8 years ago? Shit, it might have been like 9 years at Kentucky. How many years Nick Richards been in the league? I saw him play. Shit. I saw Nick Richards play when he was at Kentucky. That couldn't have been 10 years ago. Was that 10 years ago? Damn, that was like 10 years. Yo, that was like 10 years ago. Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. That was like 10 years ago. Yeah, man, that's crazy. I can't believe that, man. I like Nick Richards. I like that whole crew that was at Kentucky. It was Nick Richards, Wenyen Gabriel, Jared Vanderbilt, Kevin Knox, SGA, Hamidou Diallo. I liked all of them, bro. I liked all of them, bro. I liked all of them. All of them didn't turn out to be great pros, but they look super talented on a college floor. Like all of them didn't pop on the NBA stage, but they look really good in college though. When I'm looking through the rosters, the Leon Rose has his hands full, y'all. Leon Rose has his hands full. He's got work to do. And I think he's up to the challenge. I think he's up to the challenge, man. Nurkic makes about $19 million. Yeah, I don't know. Justin Champagnie, yeah, I like both Champagnies. I like them. I like them, man. Yeah, I like both of them. I think both of them. I would spend for both of them. Right. I really like Bilal Coulibaly. Leon, if you're watching, go get Bilal Coulibaly, bro. Stop playing. I'm looking at a team that may have not done anything. And I don't know if. How do y'all like Jonathan Isaac? Anybody in here like Jonathan Isaac? I'll throw a real rock in y'all shoe before we get out of here. I'll put a real rock in y'all shoe before we get out of here. Orlando Magic fans are starting to sour on Paolo Banchero. Orlando Magic fans are starting to sour on Paolo Banchero. That's all I'm going to say about that. Right. On that, everybody, I'm going to get out of here. Thank y'all for coming through and rocking. Man, keep y'all phones charged up because y'all already know what it's going to be like today and tomorrow. I'm going to get out of here, man. Thank you, everybody, for everybody on X that was watching. Thank you, everybody on YouTube that was watching. Man, y'all have a peaceful night, man. Come back so we can have some more dope conversations. Peace, everybody.
I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers.